This is our question and answer, January 2024, number 1. Kat tells me that we're going to be doing this awesome Q&A today, which I'm very excited to answer all your questions. This is completely blind, so I have no idea what they are. So let's see how good I am on the fly. Kat, go.
Well, actually, first I want to start with some business, some Raythe business, because there's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes at Raythe.
Yes.
That we can't talk about because we don't like to say stuff that we don't know when we can deliver it. Like, we're definitely going to do it. We just can't say it's coming to you on X date. And so we don't like to talk about it because otherwise we'll be like one of those game studios is like, in 4 years from now, this epic trailer will become reality.
Mass Effect, I'm looking at you. When they said they put out a trailer and they're like, oh no, this thing won't be out until 2029. I'm like, then there is no trailer and don't even do that.
Well, long? Like...
Well, long, right. My God, how long has that's been?
Didn't they
Forever.
like put a trailer out ridiculously early and then it finally just came out?
Yeah, they did. And there was all gameplay and stuff then too, which really makes it fascinating.
Anyway, so my point is that we have not talked very much about our winter sale, and we really should do that because y'all need to know about it. If you've ever wanted to become a subscriber of Raythe, now is the time.
All right, so I want to make a personal plea, actually. That's always so corny when you have the person doing it. But as the author, although just one member of the Raythe team, I do want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed at any point in time, whether it's currently or in the past. We literally can't do any of this without you. And the winter sale is to celebrate our birthday month. December is actually our birthday month, although now it's January and we go through to the beginning of February with the sale so that people have a chance to sign up. But what this is you get all of Raythe, every single thing that's on there for 50% off for a year. So $50 instead of $100. You pay $50, which is equivalent to about $4.19 or
Something
16 cents like that a month. You will get all the unedited chapters, the uncut chapters, all the steamy stuff of Everdark in this year.
We're talking about the podcast.
The podcast. Yes, because Everdark, the written serial, is already done. Everdark Academy, the written serial, will be completed this year. Everdark Equinox, the third one with some special things in there, will start. You will be a part of all of this. The Night Prince. You will be the few, the proud, that will be able to listen to me narrate, and it's a really awesome new serial. You get dozens of manga. You get dozens of completed serial stories that I've done that maybe you haven't checked out yet. You get all the sexy time chapters of Empire of Stars and the sexy time chapters of Dragon's Reign. January and February coming up. Every chapter practically is hugely edited. It's all sexy times, and we can't have it up on the public podcast.
So coming up, the latest chapter was edited. The previous chapter was edited. 82 actually has no edits, miraculously.
Shocking.
But 83, kind of half gone. 84, there's some cuts. 85 is a lot of it's gone. And 86, you're going to get like 2 paragraphs because it's literally all sex, and we just can't.
After this actual Q&A, I'm going to do a summary of what happens in there because literally we have to do that because there's nothing left. So I do want to say that it's really easy. There's going to be a link in the description down below. You click on that link. You select the 1-year membership. You put in the coupon code box, winter sale, all one word, and you get it for $50 instead of $100. If you're thinking at all of signing up for Raythe, this is the time to do it. And if you've been really wanting to think, how can I support them? That really will thank all these amazing actors and the Raythe team for all they're doing. This is how you do it. Becoming a member where we get to give you even more, and you are supporting us with basically money that allows us to do all these things and so much more coming up, is how you thank us.
I know this is becoming a bit of an issue. Somebody recently-ish wrote in the comments, they thought Edward was an AI voice. No, Edward is an amazing actor, and he does make his voice sound more alien for Daemon.
Yes.
Especially in the beginning, he sounds very alien. But just so y'all know, we do not use AI anything.
No.
Honestly, like, we don't we don't even get people to do remote work for us. Like, it's just us and our artists.
Yep.
I can't even conceive of working in a different way. I mean,
I can't either. All our artists, nobody uses AI.
Nobody.
They're all real art, and it's all real voice actors. So if you have concerns and want to make sure you're supporting real people, we are all real people. We might honestly be the few, the proud that are doing all of this, because God knows.
It's artisanal. That means we make artisanal content.
We make artisanal content. And we try to pay all our artists competitive rates, which and we can only do this because people support us during our winter sale. And over the year, you buy the books, you buy the audiobooks, you buy the merch, you buy the memberships, and it just means so much with what we're able to do.
Yeah, everybody who buys or subscribes to us literally signs our paychecks.
Yes.
That's all there is. I mean, it's just a basic business. We have this thing and people buy it.
Yep.
And so if enough people keep buying this thing that we make, then we can continue.
So again, if you want to take advantage of the winter sale, which goes to the beginning of February, what you do is click on the link in the description, select 1-year membership, put the one word winter sale in the coupon code to get 50% off. Thank you guys so much.
So speaking of membership, it's a long email. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this was in response to the basic cycle of emails that we put out when somebody becomes a new member.
Cool.
Like we just have, if you become a new member, we have a guide that we send out sort of helping you navigate all the different content on this site. Like, here's the manga, here's how you get to the podcast, here's how you get to the latest chapters and stuff like that.
There's a lot on the site. It's not complicated, but there's just a lot.
It's a lot. It kind of grew organically. So this is what happens when you have an organically creeping business.
Yes.
So he says, I have been obsessively listening to the Everdark podcast episodes for the past week and a half.
Yay!
They are brilliantly written, acted/read, and produced, and 1,000,000% feel like I've already had well over the annual cost in value. I didn't actually notice that line in the email when I read it. So
oh my gosh. How kind of you to say that.
Once I get done with the active episodes, I will start working my way through the other series, which I'm also excited about. I love the diverse story options that you produce and the constant top-notch quality of everything I've seen, read, or listened to on the site. I posted when I joined the fan Discord group that I was watching a YouTube video, completely unrelated, and the static ad popped up for your YouTube Everdark podcast episodes. I always skip ads there, but I actually paused it on the app, found the podcast, and switched over to that immediately, and was immediately hooked.
My God, we not only know that our ads are running, but they actually do work upon occasion. Sweet.
But the thing that he wrote more, but I'm not going to go into it, because it's getting long. He says, thank you for the check-in and update emails. Some places that I've subscribed to don't reach out, and I forget that I have the subscription until I remember that I need to cancel, but this isn't going to be one of those. This feels very much like an amazing and nurturing community environment, and I want to both support and cheer on that kind of safe place.
Well, thank you so much, A, for checking us out, B, for signing up, C, for letting us know that you're enjoying it and your impressions. I can't tell you how much this means to us. We treasure these kinds of things that come in.
Yeah, like the community and the safe space is kind of why we do things the way that we do.
Yes.
The interaction makes this all worth it, because otherwise we just become another publishing house, and that's super boring.
It really would be super boring. I mean, one of the things I always thought when I created Raythe Rain was this was my safe little space in the internet, my tiny little space. But sharing it with all of you is just spectacular, and it's like the best thing I've ever done.
Now we're going to do random Q&As from YouTube.
Excellent. This is where I have no idea what's coming. Let's see how I do, guys. Okay.
That is me 98, who we have seen before on the live streams and stuff, says, are you doing well?
I am doing well, actually. I was pretty burned out at the end of 2023. My day job was just brutal and grinding, and losing mom this year and everything else that's happened, It's been a lot. It's been a lot. But I took 2 weeks off where I ended up doing absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing. Even things I needed to do. And it really helped. And now I feel much more refreshed and focused.
Lil Bino 7234 says, what time period was it back when Daemon ruled?
If any of you know Conan the Barbarian, he speaks of a time before the written histories that we know. So the time before Atlantis sank into the ocean and all this kind of stuff. And he speaks of a time when there were amazing, civilizations that
like Atlantis type
stuff. Stuff like that. So that's when Daemon ruled. A time that's been like, there was a big cataclysm and basically none of us remember it anymore. And we don't even know that it existed. Mm-hmm. So that's when he ruled.
Did he ever meet dinosaurs? That's my question. No.
Did he ever meet dinosaurs? I think on other planets he would have met dinosaurs of sorts, saurians. He could have been around during there, but I don't think he would have hung out on Earth during the dinosaurian period.
Kitty Lee says, also, can you pretty please with cherries on top make a romance series involving orcs? Pretty please, it doesn't even have to be a whole series, just a novella.
Kat, I already know you snuck this one in. This
I
can't
did not.
be real.
No, it's completely real, and it just means I'm on trend.
Oh my God.
Because that's what I do. That's
Kat's writing an orc romance serial, and when it comes out, series, and when it comes out, I'm going to have her pimp it to you guys just because. But it's trolly. It's totally trolly, and she loves it.
It's actually not that trolly. It's actually real urban fantasy.
I could sort of see it. No, I'm not interested in making an orc series, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in general, you don't do monsters.
I don't do monsters.
And neither do your characters. They don't do monsters either.
I mean, there can be sort of a Beauty and the Beast vibe for this, to be honest with you.
It's super common.
That would be would be very common with orcs. And actually, believe me, we might give Snaglack and Night Prince, a love interest. When he talks about female orcs and how they're bigger than male orcs and how they basically, hit male orcs over the head and put them over their shoulder and drag them into a cave for loving.
Love.
Yeah. We'll find all about the queen orc. So don't you worry. So maybe I will have some orc loving in there. Snaglack approves.
Crystal Cunningham says, are you ever going to finish Winter Haven Country Club? Cole is still out there waiting for his dates.
Oh my God. This is terrible. That serial went totally off the rails. Everything went off the rails with that. That was back in the day before I had any plans. Will I ever do it? I do. I've always said that basically I have to have a very strong final episode for that. But I do think everything sort of ends right now in the fell in a way that's satisfying. Mm-hmm. But there is still stuff that's outstanding, which I've always left like that in a lot of stories. So right now, I don't think so, but I can't say that I won't.
EM Plays Maretro asks, will any future serials feature genies as protagonists, love interests, or side characters?
Never say never. I haven't thought of one yet, but it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too much of the mythology for that, so I would have to think about it.
Raythe takes a lot of her inspiration from old mythology, especially for the more scary elements of the stories.
Yeah, a lot of it, I was inspired by The Witcher game series to really get a lot of the Eastern European lore, which is just fascinating.
It's so cool.
But I also do, from Asia, some East Asian stuff that I've looked into, and also Southeast Asian monsters are amazing. They're amazing. But yeah.
Japanese, there's something about Japanese horror.
Japanese horror is special.
Are they scarier because we just didn't grow up with it, so it's new and fresh? Or is there something legitimately scarier about it?
I think there's something very intrinsically bone-chilling about it, that they just seem to get. There's almost a sense of body horror. I can't explain it, but when I think about the original Ring, for example, there is just something that is just so taking a girl being killed and dumped into a well, and somehow that's just become the most horrific thing ever.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Will any other spicy romance novels of yours be posted up to Spotify?
No. Well, because spicy, when you say spicy romance novels,
I assume that she means
I assume that she means sexy parts, and no, they will not be.
We can't. Well, I mean, there will be other stories, that are going up on Spotify.
Yes.
But like Night Prince will eventually go up on Spotify, but we're going to have to edit that out because
we cannot put up any of the sexy time stuff on any of the public stuff. So yes, I am doing far more serials that will be oral. That's wrong. Audio version based for sure. The Night Prince being the next one that I'm working at the freshest one. And we definitely will be putting it up on Audible and stuff, but it will not be the spicy parts.
And the thing is that we've been producing content for a long time, especially on YouTube. When you put content on somebody else's platform, you are playing by their rules, and
which
they
can
will
change at any time.
Retroactively change the rules on you. And if your stuff gets reported, then you have to, if possible, go back and edit it. Like when that thing happened where you can't have swearing in the first, 30 seconds on YouTube. All of a sudden, all of these content creators had to go back and edit their old videos, like sometimes years old, because they were getting demonetized.
Yeah, they were getting demonetized. Even the privated stuff was getting cut. And then they were getting strikes and they were getting a lot of stuff. And
so we have to play it as Disney safe as we can to preserve the longevity of our content.
Basically, if you found us on YouTube and Spotify, which is where the majority of our audience is finding us now, if we lose access, we would have lost access to you. You would never have seen us. So we have to be careful. And obviously, we have methods for you to get all the spicy stuff, which is part of the membership, or you can purchase the
we have audiobooks and of course, like the books have everything in there. But right, when we're publishing stuff for just the public podcast, we have to make it as safe as possible.
Right. But to the extent you were just asking if I'm doing anything else on Audible, yes. I mean, I'm not Audible. On Spotify, yes.
On Spotify, yeah. Look, I don't know if we're going to put out anything on Audible because...
No, this is, just so you guys know, if you do exclusive with them, they will give you 40% of net.
How generous.
How generous. They take 60%. If you do it non-exclusive, they give you 20%.
And we're not like James Patterson. We're not a huge name, so that won't yield us.
If we ever did it, it would be like at the tail years and years and years from now at the tail end of something.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure then, because I really feel it's rewarding bad behavior. I mean, there is no reason why you would give someone only 20% of a product. They should be taking 20%, not us. They don't have any costs associated with this.
Even Jeff Bezos said he could conceive of a world without Amazon. Even he didn't think it was going to last.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, and that's another thing about serving stuff on Audible. You don't actually own those files. They can delete stuff off of your devices, and they have.
Yeah.
But we can't control the file. So in Everdark, we've gone back and recut an episode with a guest actor. And we just updated it on our shop, and everybody could come and download it again. And I could contact everybody who's bought this from our shop.
Yes.
On Audible, we can't do that. Not only can we not update the stuff reliably, we don't know if they'll push the updates, but also we can't contact people and let them know that it's changed. So it's kind of bogus.
And you can't control the prices. You can't control anything.
Yeah, we can't even like put our Audible stuff on sale.
No.
They do that, and they don't even tell us, so we can't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing.
It's really annoying. Anyway, Happy Bee says, are there any new themes, stories, or characters you're looking to explore or touch up on?
Always. I mean, that's sort of like...
That's half our meetings?
That's half our meetings. I mean, we're deep in the planning, thinking process of Everdark Equinox, and then we'll be in, creating the next serial. So honestly, always, I guess that would be the answer I would give to that.
Pamela Delaire says, have you ever written a story where the main love interest can't decide between two suitors?
Yes. Hong Kong Triad.
The outlier in so many ways.
Oh, and I got so much shit on that, even though I even said it was a love triangle. Oh my God.
The audience does not like love
The majority of my audience is not like love triangles. They want one true couple.
They like fated mates.
Yeah.
And who doesn't? Fated mates is like tried and true.
Yes. And also the Abyss. There was also that. They had the three.
That's
together.
a threesome, though.
Yeah, it's a threesome.
And that actually works.
Yes, it does. But it didn't start out that way, and I think people really resented that. But there we go.
All right. So it is there. It's very rare, though.
Yeah.
That's the end of my list, unless you want to talk about...
I always want to talk about other things, but no.
You can't
We
blab.
can't do it. No, we're not doing it this time. We're going to be good. We're going to be good. We're not going to spill the beans.
We're not going to be one of those annoying game studios. Coming to you in 2.5 years.
What I will say again, guys, just touting the 50% off sale because quite frankly, we don't have sales very often and we only have this one once a year. And this really helps fills the coffers for us to do a lot of planning for the year ahead.
Yeah.
It's very important to us in terms of our budgeting and everything. So if you have at all an inkling, at all a desire to sign up for Raythe Rain, now is the time. Again, go, click on the link below, click on the 1-year membership. In the coupon code, put winter sale, one word, and to get 50% off to get it for $50 for a whole year. We really hope that you sign up. Please let us know if you do. And you need to take care of yourselves in 2024, my friends.
And if you sign up, get involved, comment. We really love
Yes.
it. We love it. Like, you would be surprised at how many members we have versus how many people actually show up in the chapter comments.
I know. I actually know most of the names in the chapter
Yeah.
comments, although we got some new people chipping in.
I think a lot of the activities over on the Discord too.
Right, which I can't even get on because of that 18 plus thing.
Oh,
I have to give Discord my license, evidently. I was able to on my own computer, but on this one I can't get on. It drives me crazy. It doesn't make any sense, but there we go. Anyways, thank you guys so much for everything, and we will talk to you later.
Bye.